Adria has betrayed us, and Leah's soul now lives in Imwiru Ikura. From her body, Diablo has been reborn as the prime evil, with all the powers of hell within him. The high heavens themselves tremble with his steps, and the angels can do nothing. Now, hope lies with me. Only I can stop him.
Heavens, what have we done?
Imperius, you cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
The aspect of valor condemns us. This will be difficult.
The Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
It was not because of you. This was Diablo's work. You did everything you could.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
You must not give in to doubt, Tyrael. You became one of us, and now you must live and fight as one of us. Give in to despair if you must, or come and fight with me.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced.
Dire tidings indeed.
We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is no such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps. The Prime Evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her. I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
I could not either. It is too sad.
Adria is a true monster. She sacrificed her own daughter to resurrect Diablo.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
There is nothing worse than what was done to Leah, but we cannot mourn her now. Diablo must be stopped.
We were gravely mistaken, my friend. I could not see through an illusion of such power, such treachery.
Neither did the spirits. If they could not, then we are all blameless.
When I think of what she suffered through, we must find a way to stop Diablo. The Prophet would never forgive me if he knew my part in unleashing this terror upon the world. I could not see the truth. You must think me very foolish.
No more than any of us.
That is kind of you. I have devoted my life to studying the arcane, and yet I was not skilled enough to act when it truly mattered.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Iskatu, destroy the Nephilim. I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm. draw closer to my ultimate victory.
The ancient texts describe the terror demons as unconquerable foes, the dreams of Diablo made flesh. They appear in shadow to torment their victims, and then, in shadow, they vanish. The mere sight of one drove a Horodrim to madness, leaving him screaming and clawing at his eyes until the end of his days.
Has the angelic host been defeated already?
We shall see.
I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of fate. But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
Then my destiny is unknown and can still be written. Write it with me, or watch all of creation burn around you.
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Auriel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Raganoth, the Lord of Despair.
I will find her, and hope will be restored to the heavens.
These are the Gardens of Hope. The Archangel Ariel cannot be far.
I had seen many warriors in my day, but only a scant few of them could face the might of an oppressor. This monster towers over the tallest barbarians and wields weapons crafted from hell-forged steel. They were last seen with Baal during his resurgence, and left legions of dead men in their wake.
Death stops you!
No one has seen an armored destroyer since Diablo was exiled from the burning hell centuries ago. Before then, they were the bulk of his army, and they crawled, thick as locusts over the face of their master's realm. Should the Lord of Terror ever return, I fear they would be his heralds. Those subjugators have always been powerful demon sorcerers. They constantly sought to increase their standing in the bloodthirsty realms of hell. To this end, they imprisoned a score of massive Armadon, torturing and flaying them until the hell beasts would bear subjugators as riders. Together, the Mount and its master are nearly invincible.
Seems I cannot pass here. This corruption blocks my path.
The
Juris Council is comprised of the 5 archangels who hold dominion over the high heavens. They determine the laws by which all angels must abide. Each of them embodies a pure aspect of creation: valor, justice, hope, faith, and wisdom. Think yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo.
In the beginning, Rakanoth served Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish, with efficient brutality, for his touch may open up many painful wounds. He was also the warden of Iswal during many long years that the angels suffered in Rakanoth's own plains of despair. But he has quit his realm unexpectedly in recent times.
Only once in the history of Sanctuary has a Nephilim been as powerful as you. His name was Odyssean.
The spirits whisper of a man who sacrificed himself to save the world. But the spirits sometimes speak in riddles.
He was no myth. Because of his noble sacrifice, I saw the inherent potential in your kind. As such, I voted with Orion to spare mankind from annihilation.
Those of you who chose to save humanity chose wisely. And now, I will repay that trust and defeat the primeval. Can you see the future?
I see the myriad streams of possibility, all intertwining and weaving into one another. I can hear them echoing forward into eternity.
So many paths. Which do you choose?
I am not called to be a champion as you are. My role is simply to observe.
Have you seen the fate of the Prophet?
I know of that name, but the one who bore it lived and died long before your time.
I see.
How does the scroll of fate read about this battle?
Doom and darkness. These heavens ruined. The angelic host broken. Diablo victorious.
I will not let it be so.
As I have said, Nephilim, your destiny is unwritten. You alone may change these dark times.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the scroll of fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
You are bound by the chains of fate no longer.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
We will not fail you.
Diablo nearly brought ruin to the heavens as despair bled into the angels' hearts. But now I have restored hope and rallied them. Tyrael is still lost in the devastation. Now alone I must go to destroy Diablo's hell portals.
I knew you would come. That a champion from the mortal world would light our darkest hour. Your courage and nobility shine out across this realm, blinding our enemies.
My thanks, Ariel. While I stand, your song shall never be silenced again.
I know you will do all you can, for this is your hour. Go forth with my blessing and show all creation why the Nephilim are the future.
Can you help Tyrael? I fear he is lost in his own doubts.
There is a shadow upon his heart, but it will pass. Remember, he chose to be a mortal, and he must overcome this despair as a mortal.
The time to stop Diablo passes quickly. Tyrael may be needed very soon.
Have faith in him. Of all the archangels, his light has always shone the brightest. In this our darkest hour, he will ensure that justice prevails.
Will you help us fight?
Though the angelic host is scattered, we are not defeated. I will try to rally them as best I can.
Yes, they have always flocked to your call during times of crisis. Or, so I have heard.
Our histories have reached your people? That is indeed promising. I pray that this day will end in another tale of victory.
Do you believe we can defeat Diablo?
Only in the light that lies within you, Nephilim. I will take heart from it and hope for your victory. The future is ever writing itself. Unknowable, just beyond sight and touch.
Corruption the strongest northeast of here.
Look upon these gardens. Now they seethe with the corruption of hell.
Let your spirit be free, warrior of the heavens.
glory.
Let your spirit be free, warrior of the heavens. Your evil undoes you. Your spirit be free, warrior of the heavens.
Death stalks close at our heels, but you always defy it. From Diablo's realm of terror in the burning hells. The gateway must be shut.
Imperius, the Archangel of Valor, is the greatest warrior in all of creation. He revels in war and combat, and has led the hosts of heaven to innumerable victories. With Malthael's absence, it is Imperius who now rules over the Angiras Council, seeking always to defend the high heavens from any foe.
Only you can defeat this monstrosity!
A perfect strike. Let your spirit be free, warrior of the heavens.
Well done, Nephilim. Diablo's vile minions can no longer use this rift to find their way into the Silver City. Now only one rift remains.
am returning to town.
I thought I could make my wife's death mean something. It doesn't matter now, does it?
It does matter. You are here now, and we might still turn the tide of this battle.
Right. Sure that's a comfort for Leah, now that she's gone too. Oh, I've been a fool. You don't get to make things right. This world isn't made for redemption. I'm sorry for what I said before. I was upset. I don't know what it is, but I feel better. Like things can be made right.
You feel hopeful once again.
Yes, that's it exactly. My wife would not have wanted me to wallow in my misery. She would have wanted me to do everything I could to help you win this battle. And you can win. I know that now.
When you have lived as long as I, you learn that life is filled with betrayal. But the cruelest always comes at the hands of those we love. I know it must be hard to think of other things, but now we must. All creation rests upon your shoulders.
You sound more serious than I have ever heard you.
Well, these are dark times. Even I must set apart thoughts of Dirge's jewel and dwell upon the fate of the world. But that doesn't mean you have to frown so. Hope. Do not look down, my friend. Even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. Hope for a better day. Hope for a new dawn. Or just hope for a good breakfast. You start small, then see what you can get. Do you think that Leah is lost forever?
Diablo consumed her. She is gone.
Do you not think Leah's soul is stronger than that? But then sometimes I forget that you have not seen everything that I have seen.
You always dodge around the truth. Who are you?
What am I? I am covered as Shen, of course. No more, no less. To some that has meant one thing, to others another.
When will you give me a real answer?
When the sun sets in the east and the shore swallows the tide. When the moon smiles upon the day and the blind man sees once again.
Tell me, Miriam, did you see all of this in your visions?
Of course, Chelsea.
If you knew what was to come, why did you not warn us?
That's the point of the future, love. It keeps coming. You don't win a duel by blocking the first blow and going home.
So you would let Leah die?
I had to. Diablo was always going to come back. But now, you are here to stop him. And in your grief and rage, you will, my Chelsea. So, now you know. The Nephilim are not in the Scroll of Fate. Heard it from Fate himself. You can write your own destiny.
But you and the spirits know what the future brings. How is this?
Perhaps I have my own Nephilim powers, eh? That, and you are quite predictable.
Wait. Before we face that abomination, there is something you should know. When we first met, I thought you a primitive and dangerous savage. I was wrong. You are the most civilized person I have ever met.
Do not let others tell you who you are, my friend. Your spirit always speaks truth. Listen to it.
I will. Ever since Adria betrayed us, I've been thinking about how Magda used to share the leadership of the Coven with another.
Explain.
20 years ago, just before the darkening of Tristram, they had some sort of falling out, and the other leader disappeared. I think that other leader might have been Adria.
The spirits believe that to be true. Adria left to find Diablo in Tristram, while Magda stayed with the Coven. Do you think of your family still?
No point in it. I'll never see them again.
Are you so assured of our defeat?
My brother's wife thinks I was involved with his imprisonment, and he believes her.
What?
As low as I am, I would never frame him, not even to win her back. But they won't hear a word of it. For all the gold I send to them, I receive nothing in response.
I found a strange document on one of the angels' bodies in the high heavens. It is very old, maybe centuries even older than I.
Oh? What is in it? These things do not always happen by chance alone.
I am not certain. The script is very old and foreign to me. When I saw the angel, he was dying. But even though he was in great pain, he reached out to me with the document in his hand, like he wanted me to take it. By the time I approached him, he was still. His spirit had already gone.
There's no stopping you, is there?
The spirits cry out for vengeance. I will give it to them.
She's back. Can you believe it? She's back from heaven.
Not just that, she's winning!
Lot of ruckus. What does it take to stop that one?
Even if we live long enough to have grandchildren, they'll never believe us.
You amaze me. So much loss, and you keep fighting. Thank you.
Bloody hell! You're still alive! What in blazes do they make people out of where you come from?
I will purge this sickness from the high heavens. But you must hold these people together. Can I trust you?
Absolutely, my lady. If you can charge the gates of heaven on your own, I can keep spirits up around here. You there, Demetrius! Stop moping about! If this was your funeral, I'm bloody well certain you'd have been told.
Sorry, sir.
I heard Jason's mum say that you were sent by Akarak to save us. Is it true?
No, I sent myself. Gods do not change the world. Neither do spirits. We must save ourselves, child.
I looked through the portal. You did not. Did so. It's scary in there.
I was a fool to doubt you. You truly are a wonder.
Your evil undoes you. Evil undoes you.
That was inspiring.
Knowledge of the future grants power over the present. For this reason, Ethereal, the Archangel of Fate, is a vital member of the Council. He alone possesses the ability to decipher the threads of destiny woven in the celestial scroll of fate. His boundless sight grants him perspective others cannot fully comprehend.
Closer to victory, Nephilim. You are too late, just as you always have been.
The Morlu were once men, great warriors of old, but each of them had darkness within his soul, and Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, used this flaw to trick them into his service. Mephisto's fury slowly burned away their mortal forms, leaving them fiery apparitions who know no pain, fear, or doubt.
I strike at your heart. Let your spirit be free, warrior of the heavens. Let your spirit be free, warrior of the heavens.
I keep looking for signs of Tyrael, but there are none.
Your evil undoes you.
Most impressive.
Let your spirit be free, warrior of the heavens. Needs more time. I need to go back.
Demons come from Diablo's realm of terror in the burning hells.
The gateway must be shut.
Not ready yet. My strike is true. Need more time.
If you destroy the Oculus, my Hell Rift will consume you.
The Hell Rifts are closed. You have far exceeded my expectations, Nephilim. But there is not a moment to waste. Quickly, you must make your way to the Silver Spire.
It is through the Archangel Arian that the power of hope flows into the fabric of creation. Her eternal light illuminates even the darkest souls. With Malthael's departure, it falls to Ariel to hold the Angiris Council together. Should her light ever fade, all heaven would fall to despair.
The Hell Rifts are closed, but it is of no matter. Soon there will be nothing left of these high heavens. All creation will be the realm of terror.
The angels themselves could be turned by Diablo's evil if it is not vanquished soon. That would be a dread fate indeed.
Tyrael.
Yes, my friend. I am ready to again fight by your side. I was wrong to give in to despair. You have shown me there is still a chance for victory.
But we must hurry. Even now, Diablo makes his way to the Silver Spire.
I finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day, yet still you find the courage to move forward. It is an honor to be one of you.
I knew you would understand with time.